Well, they're almost here, right around the corner. We only have time for some final thoughts. Hey everybody, Rabbi David here, your Torah Tech guy. Welcome back to the last Torah Tech Tips of 5781, are we in? We've all just lost track of time, right? It's been such a crazy time. But nevertheless, I'm here to share with you some great tech for your great Torah. Because Rosh Hashanah is right around the corner, and I know that everyone is hurriedly planning, and I'm not going to address the article that came out in Tablet that has so many people riled up. I really just wanted to share with you some final thoughts from my perspective, from a Torah Tech perspective. And I really just have sort of three takeaways that I wanted to share with you and encourage you to think about and maybe even hold on to. And if you have your own final thoughts, your own takeaways, please throw them in the chat and I'll share them with everyone as well. But this will be a quick one for you. So, number one, the first final thought for these high holy days is I want to encourage us all to strive to give an equally meaningful and inspiring experience to the people on site and online. And I know that that is really hard to do. It's hard in the planning stages, and it's even harder in the implementation stage when you're actually davening to be aware of, to be engaging to feel connected to the people that are both on site and online when there's so much going on inside of you. Planning the next tefillah, thinking about your Devar Torah, your sermon. If you're dealing with the technology, that also. But I want to really encourage you to not think of the digital participants as second class. They are just as much in person as the people who are on site. And so that means that we need to acknowledge everyone's presence wherever they are and however they are participating in our celebrations. Use people's names. One of the greatest gifts of Zoom for me is that it has everyone's name right, because I'm terrible with names. It has everyone's name right underneath their face. Use their names. If you're streaming out to YouTube or Facebook, have someone dedicated to watching those streams, engaging with people in the chat. Invite people's participation, even if it isn't in some formal way, even if they're not having an aliyah. Invite them to be a part of the experience. Let's make sure that both those people on site and the people online are getting the very best that we have to offer. Second, ask for and demand help. There is no reason why any of us should have to manage all of this on our own. If you're clergy, your job is to lead prayer and inspire by sharing your Torah. Let others help you with the other stuff, whether that's volunteers or people that you hire. Give them the tools that they need to be your best supporter. Make sure that they know their tech and know their Torah, right? That's kind of been one of my shticks. Make sure they know their tech and they know their Torah. If they're not Jewish, if they're hired, make sure you give them a full rundown of exactly what you want. Give them what they need so that you don't have to worry about everything. The most powerful experiences that I've ever had as a rabbi is when someone came up to me after services and said, wow, it really looked like you were having fun up there. If we give that up, if we don't allow ourselves to have fun, to enjoy the high holy days, to daven, to connect, to feel, if we deprive ourselves of that because we're so busy worrying about everything else, then I guarantee you the experience that we provide to those, whether they're on-site or online, will be subpar. If we ourselves don't get to experience the wonder of Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur and Sukkot and Simchat Torah, if we ourselves don't get to celebrate then how could we ever encourage others to celebrate? So demand that your community support you and help you. And finally, in this season of forgiveness, forgive yourself. Let's all forgive ourselves. We can only do the best that we can do. That's been one of my mantras for a while. We can only do the best that we can do. And so let's go easy on ourselves. Let's celebrate the amazing work that we've been doing. Let's recognize how we have transformed over the past 18 months the way we share Torah. Really, let's celebrate that. It's sort of unbelievable what we've been able to do. And when things go wrong, and they will, the stream will drop out, they won't be able to hear you, who knows, right? There are a million different things that could go wrong. Something will go wrong. Let's just put that on the table. Forgive yourself. It's okay. I mean, isn't the message of Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, after all, about tshuva? About always striving to do better? I would be disappointed if we went into the high holy days and everything went perfectly. What's the point? The whole point of the Yom Tovim, the Amim Noraim, the whole point is that we can always do better. So when those moments come about, when something goes wrong, that's an opportunity. That's a moment, right? That's an amazing opportunity to grow, to do a little better next time. Thank God we've got 2 days of Rosh Hashanah. We've got the night and then the day of Yom Kippur. We have plenty of times to do better. And then, of course, all next year, Shabbat. And throughout the year, all the Chagim. We have an endless number of opportunities to do better than we're doing now. So forgive yourself. Learn from it. Ask for help. And remember that everybody who is with you, whether they're online or on site, deserves a rich, beautiful, joyful, high holy day experience. So friends, I think that's about it for me for now. I'm going to come back, is it tomorrow? Yeah, I'm coming back tomorrow, I think, with one last how-to for you. On Thursday, we're not doing Torah Tech Talk this week. We'll come back after the Chagim. You can find all of the stuff that I'm doing over on my website, TorahTechGuy.com. Make sure to subscribe on YouTube, like on Facebook, or whatever the heck the buttons say. I have a bunch of workshops that are coming up after the High Holy Days for communities in New York and New Jersey and Massachusetts. And if your community would like support, because our work does not end after Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur, it gets even more important. And so if you'd like any support that I could offer, I'd be honored to be a part of your growth and your journey in this time of sharing great Torah and getting the right tech to do it. So I want to wish all of you a Shana Tova Metuka, a sweet and happy New Year. I hope I'll see you tomorrow on How To. We're going to talk about sharing audio in Zoom, and I'll see you on the next Torah Tech Tips. Bye, everybody. Shana Tova.